And look, we're not going to turn this into torch the Edmonton Oilers day, but there were some former players that I know that I talked to about the game, and they said that's the worst. That's the worst they've seen.
I don't know.
Real bad.
You should have seen it live.
I can't imagine. It was so bad on TV. I'm like, since I started working here, I'm thinking that's got to be one of the worst teams I've seen. I mean, you were there live.
I was there live. That's one of the worst live hockey games I've seen since the Horacek meltdown. Leafs or whoever they're playing as the opponent. That's how bad it was. We were
when
talking
it got
about
to
this
3-1, it was game over.
And you know who led the charge?
97.
Connor McDavid was awful last night. Invisible. He looked disinterested. Like, he looked bad. Really bad. And I'll say this, and this is such a selfish thing to say as a guy in Toronto, but I think I can speak for everyone in the building. There was a hype surrounding him. People were excited that the Leafs were winning.
But can you imagine? John Tavares did it last year going in there with the Islanders. They were so bad. And it's like, oh, so I got to get 5 goals?
But that was his one chance to play at home. And that's how he played. Now, full credit to the Leafs.
What do you want from the guy?
I don't
know.
He has to do it.
Better than that. I mean, listen,
so he's got to be a monster every single night.
Yes, pretty much. I mean, I know that's tough, but you got to be better than that, man. I call him the best player in the world all the time. We all pump his tires all the time.
We all do.
Which he is.
But I'm not going to play super fan when he plays like that.
No.
Connor McDavid was brutal last night.
Yeah, it was not
brutal. Period. End of story. He was brutal. I was watching him every
But don't
shift.
you think as a star player, you look at your team and you're like, God, do I have to do this again?
I think that's probably a reality.
Okay, so sorry for the guy that he couldn't get 6 goals last night and beat the Leafs. That's all I'm saying.
I know, but don't you think to a certain extent, too, they know what they are, and they are absolutely awful.
They're
and
awful,
the trade
man.
deadline
They're
comes and
brutal.
goes. And I know people are saying, well, they don't really have a lot of players of value. Do something. Start clearing it out. Like, do something. You are rock bottom. Figure something out. Like I said, though, I don't know what they were doing.
They had
some
players, after the game that were saying, we just got to make the playoff.
Playoffs?
They got to do the playoffs?
Yeah, no
Jim
shot.
Mora. Fly Jim Mora into that dressing room immediately.
I know, but Hitchcock, too. Like, I told you this the last time I was doing radio with you guys. I wasn't a big fan of what Ken had said. And even last night saying, well, he's going to come in and have a Gretzky-like game when he walks into, like Gretzky used to do against the Maple Leafs back in the day. No, he's not. And you can't compare him, McDavid and Matthews.
Don't you give any credit to the Leafs for their game plan against McDavid?
Yes. No, and I want to point that out. Full credit. I thought the Tavares line was outstanding.
And don't you think that he looks at that situation and says, you know what, tonight, like somebody else might step up? I know Draisaitl got the first goal, but what is he supposed to do? Get 6 goals?
I hear you. It's not about 6 goals. It's about
your compete level.
And
you know what?
You're
you're being selfish as a fan. You were like, I did not. I went down there and I didn't see the McDavid that I saw.
That's
on TV.
right. Yeah, there's a big part of that. Listen, he's entitled to off nights, but I thought coming off a
and you got
suspension
one
in his hometown, he'd play better than that. But I'm painting you the scene. I'm letting you know what the vibe was like down there. You could tell that everyone was there to watch him.
Sure.
Like, he got the Gretzky treatment. My dad used to talk about it all the time. When Gretzky was here in the 80s.
And Gretzky said it himself, and so did Jordan, and so did LeBron, and so did Kobe. They knew that every time they were in a visiting rink, they were paying to see them.
Absolutely.
And they wanted to put on a show.
And you're not going to do that every night. I get it.
And he didn't do it. But his team is so bad. What the hell do you want from the guy?
They're so bad. But what I'm saying is,
he's playing with Alex Chason.
And Sam Gagne, who was in the minors 2 weeks ago.
Like, come on.
But Connor McDavid represented what the whole, like, that is a team. The Oilers are a team that perform like they expect to lose, and they're used to losing. And like you just said, when it hit 3-1, they said, we're done.
Over.
Game's over. And we were talking about this today. In the third period, the fourth line for the Maple Leafs hemmed the Oilers into their zone to the extent where they changed on the fly.
I know.
And
There's
the puck
a
didn't get out
saying
of
in
the
the locker
zone.
room.
The fourth line did
if
that.
If you hem them in one guy off at a time, The fourth line did that.
Yes. The GOAT's like, all right, I'll go change.
I'll
I've done
change
my
now
job.
because we still have the puck. Centerman, left winger, right winger.
I couldn't believe what I was witnessing last night. Like that Oilers team, they are an unmitigated disaster.
And the time and space they give up, I've never seen it. It's incredible.
Right.
But we've seen it all season, too. I mean, they're horrible. They're absolutely horrific. And I don't know why they just don't blow it all out and just try and get somebody, along with Draisaitl, to play with McDavid.
Well, that's got to be the plan. I mean, if I'm the Oilers, my priority this summer is I've got to get to McDavid and I've got to express to him, this is our plan. You got to give me another GM, another coach. I'm going to tell you what we're going to do here, because if this is still going on in a couple of years, I can't picture him sticking around.
I'm out.
And honestly, I don't think it would be him. I think it would be like his agent or his dad. Someone would say, I can't watch you in that situation anymore.
For sure. Well, Bobby was in here the last time, too, and he was talking about when he was playing in Erie and how hard it was, because obviously Erie was a bad OHL team. They got the first overall pick, and their club was not competitive at all, and how his first year there was killing him that they couldn't win a hockey game.
But after 4 years, they were
winning Memorial
the
Cups.
finals.
Yeah.
After 4 years in Edmonton, they're one of the worst teams in the league.
But if you look at that group right now, in 4 years, I don't even know what to think of that group.
No, it's
Start
not good.
over.
That was awful.
It's not good. I mean,
Do they hope they get the Hughes lottery?
well, they can't say that publicly, but they might as well hope they do.
100%. Why wouldn't you?
At this point, you might as well hope that you win another lottery.
Absolutely.
You know,
Give them something.
Don't even say that. Like, honestly,
you have to if you're in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Like, how crazy is that? But you might as well. You're not making the playoffs. If you're,
another lottery.
Yeah.
why wouldn't you
They
hope
need
that
it.
you win that?
Absolutely. Start again. Let's go. Give them somebody to play with.
But
You know?
yeah, it was a weird vibe in the building because, it's 19.
What, too
19
easy?
Well, it was.
Do you not agree that after 3-1, it was like,
It was completely done. It was completely done. But that's what I'm saying. McDavid, I didn't see the whole first. I got down there about 10 minutes in.
and that goalie, by the way, locking him up for 3 years at 4.5?
yeah,
Mikko
Koskinen is a problem. But
Terrible.
Like, come on.
yeah, it was ugly last night for the
The
Oilers.
Willie
I mean,
Nylander goal, the shorty, the AHL side.
Like,
Even
you're
the one
7
before
feet
it.
tall, and you can't. I don't know.
Even the one before that, too, which was a really pretty play. The passing on it was absolutely brilliant. And he never saw it coming. He had no awareness on the ice whatsoever.
No. But listen,
third
for
goal.
the Leafs, you got to give them credit.
Yeah, man.
They showed up in the second and third, and they handed it to the Oilers.